Continuing with the top leg in the bent position, we're going to utilize fingers, knuckles, loose fists, or even the palms of the hands to work the IT band. Now, with the IT band, starting off just lateral to the knee, I sink into the tissues and I am doing little V-shape gliding across the IT band. So my left hand is coming interiorly across the quadriceps. My other hand is going posteriorly back towards the hamstrings. Come back to the bottom of the V, a little bit higher than where I was last time, and I repeat. The IT band is a large, thick tendon, so it tends to be very tender to heavy pressure. So I am not applying heavy pressure on the tendon itself, but as I come off the sides, I can feel the anterior and posterior borders, and I'm feeling for any gluing down of the IT bands to the vastus lateralis. If I wanted to use, you saw that jumping there, if I wanted to use knuckles, maintain a nice alignment of the joints, leaning with the body weight. And taking it all the way up towards the hip. If I want to use palms of the hands, I'm spreading away. Now, IT band syndrome is a common problem for a lot of athletes. So one way to address releasing the restrictions of the IT band where it's gluing down is finding the posterior border. You can see, possibly, Brandon's posterior border of his IT band very clearly. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place myself right, actually I'll stand in front here. I'm going to stand right here, place my thumb, fingers, or knuckles right into that posterior aspect here with the knee bent, and I'm going to slowly extend the leg as I glide on up. This does not feel good, so we have to be mindful with the speed, the pressure, and tuning into the client's needs. You will notice when you come across adhesive tissue, because you'll feel little grains of rice in there and it'll be very tender. So you're going to have to work that area in a way that is easy for them to receive. The speed of which you are flexing and extending the knee is just as important as the speed of which your glide is going. So this needs to be slow, as well as this when you come across those tender areas. Taking that all the way up. To assess the anterior aspect of the IT band, same thing. It's a little more challenging to find on many people. I'm going to come down to the knees so I'm better body position. Using the thumb, fingers, knuckles, same thing. Start with the leg straight and slowly bend, putting tension, stretch on that. And you saw how that IT band just jumped from me. So pinning it down is really important, and it's again why we try to minimize the amount of lotion or oil that we use so that we stick to the tissues and we do not lose control. So there's some binding going on there, so I might just kind of work that space a little bit with the thumb. Try and free that up. You can also use an elbow or forearm as well too. Just again, be mindful of the pressure and the speed. And we take that all the way up. Some therapists like to use broad, deep compressive gliding strokes along the IT band. I don't find that that is very effective because again, the IT band does not respond to pressure the same way as a muscle does. So it's more important to release the gluing or the binding of the IT bands to the deeper muscles. That's more important than compressing that right into the IT band. The IT band is connected to the tensor fasciae lata and the gluteus maximus. Oftentimes with IT band syndrome, you're going to find that the TFL is hypertonic and restricted, and so releasing that from the sideline position like we did with the hip is important to helping with IT band syndrome. Next, we're going to work the peroneals in this position. You can use a broad forearm and glide from the ankle up towards the knee. Be mindful that the fibula lies through here, so don't mistake the fibula for a taut band of muscle. Right where my index fingers are is where his fibula is, so I'm using more pressure on the other fingers so that I don't push down too hard there. Using the palm of the hand. And I can do palm or loose fist gliding strokes of the lateral aspect of the gastrocnemius.